Hey guys, it's Bailey with Reclaim Grace. I'm so happy you clicked on this video today. Creality reached out to me wanting me to show my viewers the Creality FALCON 2 Laser Pro. I did a few projects with it and I am a 100% beginner, and I was able to figure this machine out. I am especially happy with one of my projects. I created a shop sign with my business logo on it, and I love how it came out. Y'all let me know what y'all think about today's projects, and I have all the information down in the description box below for y'all, as well as some videos that really helped me out just learning the ins and outs of the software. I hope y'all enjoy. We're going to get started right now. I hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to be using the fully enclosed 22-watt Creality FALCON 2 Pro laser engraver machine. I was super nervous when Creality reached out to me asking me to make a video using their machine, and I was just intimidated, y'all. So we're going to do some projects together, and I'm going to show y'all how easy this machine was to figure out. I did a little tester piece right here, just a little name tag so I can figure out my settings and power, speed, all that good stuff, and it turned out great. So let's get into our first real project. Started by cutting some plywood on my miter saw. This is 5mm thickness plywood. Okay, so I have done a test cut on my Creality FALCON 2 Pro, and I feel like I know what I'm doing now. So I hopped on Etsy and I picked out this gorgeous woodland vibe file. It was only $3.99, a downloadable file, and we're going to try cutting this out. I've already imported it into Lightburn, the software that I'm going to be using, and I want to show y'all, once you power the machine on, it's going to make a noise, kind of get warmed up, and it's going to kick on the air assist, and then once that turns off, we will focus our laser. Okay, so I have a piece of 5mm plywood in here we're going to be using to cut, and Creality sends you this tool to help you focus your laser depending on thickness of material. So I'm going to set that on top of my board and figure out which one I need to do first, which is the middle one. I need to adjust it to the middle one right here. I'm going to scoot my laser over there. And right here, you have some screws. I'm just going to loosen up. And this slides the module up and down. I'm just going to lift that up. And we're going to put it right there on that middle. Just rest it right there on the appropriate thickness level. The base of the laser module is laying right here on top of it. Then I'm just going to tighten these screws back up. And I know this sounds a little complicated. Trust me, I do. But if I can figure this out, absolutely anybody can figure this out. I've watched a lot of videos on it, just trying to educate myself. So now our laser is focused. I'm going to come over here to my laptop and hit home. And the laser is going to move to the home position, which is right here on my laser. I want to make sure that we are going to cut where the wood is laying. So now I'm going to hit frame. This is just showing me where the laser is going to cut on our project board. And I am in line. Before I hit that start button, I am going to hit the preview button in Lightburn, and this will show my cut from start to finish. This is just a really good tool to make sure everything is working out like you planned for it to. Creality sends you lots of information when you order your laser engraver. It sends you all the parameter settings, like how much speed versus power you need with different materials. So I double checked those settings and then I hit start, and this baby starts working. And it does have an air assist that helps get out all that smokiness from burning the wood, and it has a duct that I have ran outside of my shop window. Layer finished. I did put my second piece of plywood in there to cut my second layer, going through the same steps, hitting that preview button and making sure my settings were set right. Now let's finish this project off. I want my back layer to have a more stained wood look, so I'm just going to use some Paint Couture dark, this is Van Dyke brown glaze, and a wet baby wipe, and we're going to stain our back layer. I wanted my front layer to be green, so I'm using Carriage House by Fusion and a wet baby wipe so I can still see a little bit of wood grain coming through. Once our paint is dry, we're going to use some super glue to attach our two layers together, and this project is done. I want to let y'all know I have several videos linked down in my description box that really helped me figure out the Lightburn software. It's my favorite YouTuber I have found so far doing this kind of crafting. He is called the Louisiana Guy. He is very knowledgeable, and y'all go check out his videos down in the description box below. I'm also linking all the information about Creality. Alright guys, super excited. I designed me a custom sign to go in my new workshop, and I think it is beautiful. Here is how it's going to look. That is the custom sign I made for my business. I'm in Canva here, and I just downloaded it as a SVG and uploaded it into my Lightburn software. And we're going to engrave this part. I have my settings set over here, and we are going to preview this really quick just to make sure everything's looking good. I like to do this a few times. We'll go from the beginning. That's engraving, the red. Then once it gets done engraving, it's going to cut out the square for my sign. And then something is going to go right here, but we'll get to that step in a minute. This project with the engraving portion took about 22 minutes, which I thought was very fast. Look at all that detail. It turned out beautiful. I am loving how this is looking so far. I painted a piece of 5mm thick plywood green, and I put that into the laser to cut out my sign name, which is Reclaim Grace. Here is how that looked after it got cut out, and now we're going to glue these down to our piece of plywood using some super glue from the Dollar Tree and some accelerator spray. I really found the accelerating spray helpful when doing this kind of project because it dries the glue immediately, which was just nice so I could work pretty quick and make sure my letters didn't shift around on me when I went to put down the next layer. So it is very simple to use with that fine tip super glue. Just put it on the back, a few drops on the back of our letters, and then I will spray the accelerator onto the backer board and then press down for a few seconds and it is dry and I can move on to my next letter. Now, I thrifted this frame several months ago, and I figured it would be the perfect piece for my shop sign. Not worried about the artwork that's in it. I'm just going to give this 2 quick coats of Bayberry by Fusion. This is a gorgeous green color I just picked up from Coppermill Mercantile in Kinston, North Carolina. I am loving this green, and I did apply 2 full coats and let that dry very well. Once my paint was dry, I'm going to use some quick and thick wood glue to attach our sign to this nice size frame. Just applying a little bit on the corners where I know it's going to make contact. I did measure and put some marks on my frame, and I'm just using a square here just to make sure everything is straight. I sat some paint cans on it and let it dry overnight, and here is how our shop sign turned out. I love it. I love it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this project. I am loving it. I cannot wait to get it hung up in my shop. Our next project is a little name tag or ornament that I also bought from Etsy. This cut out in 2 layers, and the back layer I'm just going to stain that with the Van Dyke Brown Antiquing Glaze by Paint Couture with a baby wipe, and then wiping all that excess glaze off. I'm going to paint my little reindeer nose red. Just 1 quick coat was sufficient, and then the outer frame I painted in white. This is Raw Silk by Fusion. And I did paint the little reindeer's eyeballs in black. I love how I could customize this ornament or name tag. I added my work mom's name, Lori. I'm going to put this on her Christmas gift that I give her. And then we're just going to use super glue and the accelerator to get all our layers put on our backer piece. I love this cute little reindeer. I will have this Etsy file linked in the description box below too. I had to glue down her name 1 letter at a time because I forgot to hit the weld button inside the Lightburn software, but I was not wasting this. It still looked great at the end. This project is so stinking cute. What do y'all think about this little name tag? Do y'all remember our forest sign from last week's video? I left that video feeling like the sign needed something else. And I knew I wanted to do something using the laser engraver. So I cut out a phrase and a couple of deer. I did a buck and a doe. And we're going to glue this on. I absolutely love this saying, "Not all who wander are lost." I think this was the perfect touch to this sign. I'll probably be keeping this one myself. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this project. And that is it for today's video. Thank y'all for spending your time with me today. If y'all got any inspiration from today's video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. And if you are interested in your own laser engraver machine, check out my description box below. There's lots of information and inspiration down there for y'all. I hope y'all have a great week, and I will talk to y'all in the comments. Bye.